All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Harakakadash. Double honor to the apostles, nailed as a great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect. Coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. So, a random video popped up on my feed, and I happened to click it. As you can see, the title says "Endless Hot Water Without Electricity." Now, as what you have been noticing lately, and people have been prepping for a while now. You know, I've been seeing different preppers. Some people go by the name of doomsday preppers. At the end of the day, they're still prepping. Why? Why? Your question you should ask yourself is, why do you have a large group of people, through different states and cities, prepping the way they are, or just people individually prepping the way they are? Because they know something is coming. They know. Now, in this video, about maybe 2 minutes back, he said, I'm showing you this in case if the grid goes down. Right? So let's see if I can find it real quick.
Things thrown away, but really focusing on what the little StoveTech stove can do for you. Okay, we've got the fire going pretty good here in our stove. And I just want to show you what kind of temperatures we're getting. There's 540 degrees. That's where the coil is sitting. Right in there at 556, 565. 565 was the max temperature. I think it was throwing it away. Using a thermosiphoning process, the coil that I've made and bent this with ice. You can do it with sand. There's a video I've done on this project. I've placed it inside some stovepipe, drilled 2 holes on the other side, and I've adapted it down to 4-inch. This is all inexpensive stovepipe from a local hardware store, and then some copper tubing for the thermosiphoning process. And what I'm going to be doing is, as the water comes into this hot coil, it will rise up in the coil and dump into the top of the water heater. I picked up, somebody was throwing it away. So I have the ability to heat that 40-gallon water heater with some sticks that people were throwing away. So this is a do-it-yourself hot water on-demand heater that could supply you plenty of water, hot water that is, in a grid-down situation.
That's the point I wanted to get. In a grid down situation, see, a lot of people are prepping to be what? To be self-sufficient, because they know, they can feel it. They can see what's happening around the world, that America, Babylon the Great is going to collapse. And that's the point of this lesson. America, Babylon the Great is going to collapse. Now, through this situation, would it be wise to grab up a few things that you may be able to sustain yourself? By all means necessary, yeah, absolutely. Okay, but don't don't go overboard and trust in these different items that you may have, okay, to save you. No. Trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Now, see, when I'm speaking to the ones in the faith, okay, the Israelites that are in the faith. If you want to get a few things, few items here and there, to try to be sufficient, until everything comes falling down, then by all means do so, like I said before. But don't trust in these things. Okay, put your trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, as the scripture says, my servant shall drink, my servant shall eat. Okay, the Lord's going to take care of his. But going back into people, or what? They're trying to be self-sufficient because they know America, Babylon the Great is going to collapse, and things is going to get chaotic. And what sparked this lesson through the spirit is I seen this comment from Sinclair Cooper, and it says, this man and many others are showing how to survive in the future because you're going to need it in a cheap process. Okay? And a lot of people are coming to, not a lot, well, I'll say you have individuals that are coming to the realization of we have to be self-sufficient because we can no longer trust in the GOV. They're against us and are trying to destroy us. They're trying to wipe out all the ways and things that we have to what? To be sufficient in a type of way. Now we know that, everything is going through the hands of this devil. Everything. Even when you deal with how we, the Israelites, are under the curses, it says we have to go to him through the one of all things. Literally. Right? Where people are, trying to find many ways to try to make themselves self-sufficient as much as possible because they know the grid is going down. All right. So let's get a few scriptures. Let's go to it's gonna be a quick lesson to the spirit. Let's go to the book of 2nd Esdras. Well, I'll read this first. Let's go to the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. It says, see then that you walk circumspectly, Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. All right. So spiritually, we have to understand that the time that we are living in. Right. That's why the scriptures talk about, us walking in wisdom towards them towards them that are without. Okay, things like that. You got to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. See, that is something you do when you're redeeming the time. Okay, that is that is how you walk circumspectly. That is how you be wise. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. So you want to understand, and we understand through prophecy as we see these different things unfolding, that things are happening quicker, and, coming down the line of just as time goes on, things are getting much worse. Right? Now, what does it say in the book of Matthew chapter 24? It says, and iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right? And iniquity shall abound. Let's get that real fast. Make sure I said it correctly. The book of Matthew chapter 24. So it was 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, which is sin, which is wickedness, the love of many shall wax cold. So if you are being circumspect of the things that's taking place today, the times that we're living in as things are getting worse, you will see sin is increasing. And then the love of many, fake love, might I add, you are seeing it waxing cold. You are seeing a lot of bloodshed happening upon the earth. A lot of deaths, a lot of judgment going on out throughout the earth. Right? So going back to the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Right now, these people, you have some of these people that do prep and things like that are Christians, and, they may not know prophecy, so to speak. Right? They may have heard of, the things may be getting bad, but they could probably feel it. They see it. They see the chaos. They see, just watch the news or watch alternative news. We don't watch the regular news. Watch alternative news. See the different things that's going on all around the world right now. The riots, the pestilence, the famines, chaos, sedition among men, right? Which that's going into the rebellion. This is happening all across the world. So when we talk about Jacob's trouble, right? These different things that's coming upon the earth as we speak. Some people may not know it through scripturally, right? Or prophecy-wise, as we said, but they can feel it. They can see it of things are going to get bad. But we in the spirit, we got to continue to build, as they're building up their carnal force field, so to speak, which is going to fail. We have to build up our spiritual force field. We have to continue to build up our faith and continue to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You see? These are the things that are necessary that we need to be doing, right, in this time and going forward. Because we are heading into what? Some troublesome, perilous times. Right? Let's go to the book of Isaiah. Chapter 33, verse 6, it says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." So the only people that are going to have this wisdom and knowledge, right, and understanding, which is, like it says, which are going to be able to keep you stable, right, the stability of thy times, it's going to be on the elect. Okay? And we know the elect are going to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, it says the fear of the Lord is his treasure. Right? Now, what is the beginning of let's get it knowledge, right? Proverbs 1 verse 7, it says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So that's the first thing you need to do as an Israelite. Okay, you need to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, because what? This is the beginning of knowledge. Knowing the power of whom you're serving and fearing him. Okay? Because if you don't fear the Lord, what he says, or what he wants you be to, what he wants, like as he wants you to be obedient to his word, if you don't fear him, you're not going to do it. Okay? People listen to whom they fear. And we, as a people, as the Israelites, we are supposed to be obedient to the Heavenly Father. We are supposed to fear him and acknowledge how he wants us to be. Acknowledge his ways. Not stray away from him, but cleave to them. You know, as we cleave to him. Showing we are obedient and loving, love him is by doing what he tells us to do. Trusting in him. Okay? So I want to get the book up, and I'm not going to make this long. I'm going to just hit a few. Book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. Verse 5, it says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." And we see how the Lord is visiting the earth. We see the storms and tempests, right? We see these different earthquakes. We see judgment. The Lord pours out judgment every day. We see how the world is being turned upside down. So the Lord is making his presence known. But people still don't fear the Lord. Wait till it's a point where so many things are going to be happening simultaneously on the earth. But then people are going to know, like, wait a minute, this is a higher power doing this. It's not going to be, oh, this is Mother Nature. No, they're going to know and say, wait a minute. There's a higher power visiting the earth. Just watch. I want to jump to verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands. And what is the modern day sword? A gun. Guns, weapons. This is what's coming. Chaos in the streets. Right? Race riots. All these different things. For there shall be sedition among men in invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. It's going to come to a point where people are going to be in complete rebellion against the authorities. Local authorities, oh, you can count them out. Because it's going to get to the point where we're going to have to call what? The National Guard. The military is going to have to be on the streets. Even you're going to have a lot of them opt out. To the point where they're going to have to call what? Foreign troops. Because people are going to be in ultimate rebellion. You see it happening worldwide right now behind mandates. Amongst many other things. People out there having months worth of clashes with their local authorities. Getting beat with batons and riot and getting hit with riot shields and pepper sprayed and sprayed with water. But they're still standing out there rebelling. Maybe going back home for a day, taking turns and still going back out to the streets. That is rebellion. Verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. There's going to be quarantine zones. Places blocked off where you're not going to be able to travel. When you think about it, martial law. See? You think you think about these different mandates that they're coming with of, you can't go to this city or you can't travel here, you can't travel there, unless you get the situation they want you to go through. This is going to be happening without that. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Now, when you think about them doomsday prepper shows, they show up, their food storages. They show you their defense tactics in case what? In case if someone tried to basically come take their items, their goods. So they show you how they're going to defend, their land or their acres or, whatever they have. Their bunker, cabin bunker, whatever. I didn't see all types of outrageous, crazy things people didn't have. But once again, why are they prepping? Why are they doing this? Why are they, storing up food and, having their making their gardens and, things like that. Why? So they can become self-sufficient because they know it's going down. They don't know when, but they just want to be prepared for it. A lot of people have this mindset and doing this because they know. They know. They can feel it. They can see it. They're paying attention to the things that is going on. Okay? But the difference between them and us, how we're preparing. See, we're preparing spiritually. They're preparing carnally because they trust in these different things. They trust in these things to be their escape. Right? But see, we trust in Yahweh Bashim Yoshai to be our escape. We trust in the chariots, the angels, to be our escape from the thing that's for the ultimate destruction that's coming to America, Babylon the Great, which is World War III. Thermonuclear destruction. And escape through all the troubles that's coming upon this place. The Lord said, look, the Lord said he's going to take care of it. The Lord said he's going to defend and take care of his. No trouble should come unto thee. But we know there's a time where we're going to have to be pilgrims on the earth. Where we're going to have to ultimately separate from the society and the things that's taking place. You know, because we see this NWO agenda of how and what they want you to do. You know, and we're going to have to that's why we're going to have to fully separate eventually. Okay? Because we're not going to worship the image and the beast. And we you know, we're not taking the, you know, the MOTB. And with that being said, you got to have the separation mindset of E in this whole entire system. All right, but no, I just wanted to touch on that to the spirit, you know, as I seen, as I was, and it's crazy that we even have to, not have to, but you know, just you check out these different videos, because it's like, you know, you want to try to find ways you know, to become, you know, self sufficient for as long as you can as well, you know, because He's going to have it ever to the point, as it read the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 16. That no man should be able to buy or sell, save that he had the charagma in his right hand or on his forehead. You think he's not playing? Even Edomites know this. They see this agenda going on, so they like, look, let me prepare now. You know, but you know, brothers, you know, different videos come up like this, and you watch it just to see. All right, just watch it to see. I mean, I thought it was kind of interesting, but when I seen this comment, I wanted to do a lesson when I seen this comment. I want to read it again. It says, this man and many others are showing how to survive in the future because you're going to need it in a cheap process. Why are they saying that? Because they know America Babylon the Great is going to collapse. They know this grid is going to fail, whether it's, you know, systematically, as a systematically man-made done, it's still going to fail. So people are saying, the hell with that. Let me prepare. And pretty much majority of the people that are preparing, they're preparing it for the elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's how it's going to be for. You know? But that was just a quick hit to the spirit, Lord willing, who was edifying. So next time I want to say shalom.